Hey, hi friends. So, welcome to the preview of the Wimbledon finals. It's once again going to be Alcaraz versus Sinner. Now, the memories are still pretty fresh from the French Open final, which was just a month back. So, we hope to see a similar kind of match, and that would be an absolute epic. It promises to be very close, and who knows who would win this time. But the last match, I hope all of you still remember, was an absolute epic. It was one of the greatest matches ever played on a tennis court. And it had so many twists and turns. Sinner had multiple championship points. He was up a break as well, too many chances to close the match. Alcaraz finds a way, wins the two sets, comes from two sets to love down, and then the match tiebreak was an absolute gem and virtuoso performance from Alcaraz because he went 7 love up tiebreak, all by hitting good shots and winners. So let's get started. I think there is not much to separate between these two players. If we talk about the head to head, yes, Alcaraz has Sinner's number at this point of time. He has won the last 5 matches against Yannick Sinner, and those have been important ones, either semifinals or finals. And most recently, as you know, he won at the French Open. But I feel like if you see the scoreline, all of these matches have been pretty tight, pretty close, and I feel that Sinner is knocking on the door, and at any point of time, in any near future match, he is gonna beat Alcaraz eventually and get that thing going for him. After which, I feel it would be very interesting to see how the rivalry unfolds. Now, at this point of time, whether it's gonna be this Wimbledon final where Sinner is able to get better of Alcaraz, maybe, maybe not. We'll have to see, but it would eventually happen because the only thing that is stopping Sinner right now from beating Alcaraz is his own mindset in the biggest points. So if you saw the French Open final at huge points, sometimes Sinner went for too much, and sometimes he was playing reserve tennis, and eventually he made an error, or Alcaraz went for a winner. So maybe he needs to figure out what is the exact approach he wants to take if he gets into that position once again, which he will because he is such a good player. He's playing so well. I feel that he will get many more chances, many more close matches, important points, and the only thing remains now is how does he execute his game plan in those points in future. So we'll see how it goes. But right now, on paper, because Alcaraz has got his number, he has won the last 5 matches. Also at Wimbledon, Alcaraz is not a new face. He has beaten Djokovic back to back couple of years. He has won 2 Wimbledon titles. Sinner is going bidding for his first ever Wimbledon title. So obviously, Alcaraz has more experience at Wimbledon and more success as well. So looking at that, it would favor Alcaraz as a big factor. Now, talking about the other factors, the first and foremost thing I feel is gonna be the forehand of Alcaraz. So Alcaraz's forehand is gonna be the key. He has made a lot of errors sometimes with that shot, and I feel it in important moments. At least at the French Open, he was somehow able to get around that weakness and hit good forehands. He has one of the best forehands in the game, but it's not that consistent. So he just needs to decide, and he's getting better at that. He's not missing too many shots nowadays. He's making good decisions on big points, so that's all working well for him. So his forehand is the key. His service obviously improved. His net play, drop shots, all are key strengths for him. So those are going to stay as is. He is fully fit. He didn't struggle much against different players, although he had a scare in the first round I think against Fognini, and he played very good match. Could have gone either way, but I think Alcaraz, he just finds a way to win at the important moments. Now for Sinner, I think Sinner's serve and the net game is the key. He's serving really well. The net game has improved. And I think at this surface, it's gonna prove vital for him to come more forward more and more, and because of his quick fire tennis, he's gonna get more chances to come to the net and finish off the point. Now, Alcaraz's current form is a concern for me because I feel that he's not playing as good as Sinner in this tournament. He has struggled in a few matches. He has given away a few sets. Now, Sinner as well lost a couple of sets against Dimitrov. Dimitrov played well, and this shows what you need to do to beat Sinner. You need to break his rhythm. Okay, so you're gonna play slices, you're gonna change the pace of the ball. Not only just go from a ground stroke to a slice, but vary the pace of your shots as well, and change the directions constantly, just so that he's not getting into the rhythm. Just like Djokovic, he also struggle against players like Morfields or Santoro, who trouble him with the change in tactics, right? So similar thing would also work against Sinner. We have seen Alcaraz exploit those weaknesses of Sinner, but I think in as per the current form, I feel Sinner is playing the better tennis. Alcaraz is struggling, but he's finding a way somehow. Now, would he be able to do the same against Sinner? That is a big question. He did that at the French Open, but it's not easy for him to do it every single time. And for French Open final memories, I think this factor is more for Sinner. Is he over that loss? It's very tough to do that, because it's just been a month. But in a way, it also helps Sinner because he didn't have much time to process that loss. So he's constantly playing the other tournaments. And now he has got another shot. So maybe it's time for revenge for him in that perspective. But when there comes an important point, deuce, or maybe a set tie break, definitely I feel the memories from the French Open final would come handy for Alcaraz, and they may come to haunt Sinner. But that is where I think Sinner needs to show that, because he needs to trust his game. His game is too good, so he needs to trust that and maybe go for a different mindset this time around and get the victory. Now, in terms of predictions, I think on paper Alcaraz is the favorite. He's got two Wimbledon titles. He has beaten Sinner last month. He has beaten Sinner last five times. All of that is good, but in this tournament, I just feel that maybe Sinner is playing better tennis and he has the edge. So I think they have the match will be close, but I'm going to go with Sinner in this match to win the match in four tight sets. So that would be my prediction for Sinner to win this tournament, the final, and this match against Alcaraz in four sets. Thanks for watching the analysis. And let me know in the comments, who do you think would win and why.